Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99. I'm back with another post-fight discussion video. All right, y'all, let's go back to 1FC. Let's talk Supergirl versus Ekaterina Vandaryeva, or we'll just call it Barbie. We'll just call it Barbie. Supergirl versus Barbie. I had a lot of people hit me up about this fight, asked me if I seen it, and I actually was behind on the 1FC card. I actually got a chance to just watch the 1FC card, last night or the night before, can't remember. But after watching the fight, well, first off, every time somebody tells me robbery, I'm already like, okay, I know your favorite fighter didn't win. It was a split decision, so you say it's a robbery, right? But it wasn't the case in this one. I mean, after watching this fight, I said, oh, man, okay, this is a Muay Thai fight, but this was Miranda Maverick versus Macy Barber all over again. I think that Barbie actually did more than enough to win this fight. I don't know what these judges were watching. I thought that Barbie was secure in this fight with, landing the amount of shots that she landed, the damage that she put in on Supergirl. I mean, Supergirl is the harder puncher here, but overall, I think Barbie and her volume really started to take its toll on Supergirl. And that's something I want to talk about at the end of this video. Supergirl, she's young, she's a teenager, but she's gonna shorten her lifespan the way she was taking these big shots. I mean, she was taking some big hard punches, and you can see the way she was blinking that she was feeling the effects. I wouldn't be surprised if she's concussed after this and they have to push the rematch back. But that's the thing, like, after I saw, some of the posts that people sent me, about watching this fight, I've already seen, some other IG posts saying, okay, a rematch is locked in. There'd be no need for a rematch for Barbie. She could just move on from here if they would have just gave the decision to the right person, because in my opinion, it wasn't that close. I mean, there were some competitive moments, but I thought that Barbie secured the win. I thought she won all 3 rounds. I think that the best round Supergirl had was the 3rd round, where she started to make some nice adjustments to the body. But I thought that Barbie, she pretty much locked it in and almost stopped Supergirl in the 2nd round, with that amount of punch, with the amount of damage that she did and the amount of strikes that she landed, So there really wouldn't be a need for a rematch now if they just given it to the right person. I mean, that was probably a business move on them to, do that controversial decision, and then after that, they set up a rematch for more money. That's a business move, right? That's a business move. But I thought that Barbie, she did way more than enough to win the fight. I mean, I was rewinding the 1st round and the 2nd round just to, kind of, go back and analyze some bits and pieces that I thought I missed. And I thought that Barbie secured it. I mean, going back and looking at the fight, Barbie, she started the round off with some nice push kicks and head kicks right away. She was already getting into it, and she was landing nice flurries every time Supergirl would step inside. Like, every time she stepped in, like 2 or 3 times, Barbie was letting her hands go, and she was touching Supergirl, landing some big shots around the guard. Supergirl, in my opinion, she was the harder puncher. She landed a good one, too, that stunned Barbie, but Barbie, she was fighting well. She fought well. She recovered, went right on with the back foot, started landing some nice strikes again. Every time Supergirl would step in, she would land those flurries. And then she dropped Supergirl with a push kick. Supergirl, she landed the harder punches, but I think Barber, she was landing the better effective work rate overall. She was staying one up on it. She just wasn't looking for the knockout or the big punches. She was mixing it up to the body and to the head with the kicks. 2nd round, Barbie again, she started landing more hard right hands, and then she stunned Supergirl and then let go with a big flurry that almost lasted like 8 seconds or 10 seconds after hurting Supergirl. And almost, just putting her against the cage like that, she just looked like she was almost done. I thought they were about to get in there and stop it. I thought the referee was about to stop the fight, because some of the shots, they were blocked, but a lot of them were landing, and it just looked like she was getting helpless. She was just, getting to the point where, she was helpless. When they got separated again, I saw Barbie land a good push kick to the face, then another kick to the chest, and then an overhand right, all consecutive. She was just teeing off on her at this point. The defense of Supergirl was not there, because I think she was still rattled from that opening flurry, and then followed by that kick to the face, to the chest, overhand right. She followed that up with 3 to 4 right hands and elbows, and you can see Supergirl kind of motion like to her ear, like she was hurt. She started kind of blinking, and she kind of like touched her ear like she was hurt. So 2nd round was one-sided. Barbie, I think she took it home with that right hand, and she just couldn't miss, really. I mean, this 2nd round, she was just taking a lot of shots. Supergirl was, so I'd say it was a 10-8 round in my opinion. Last round, Supergirl, she woke up. she started opening up with her own push kicks and her own right hands and her own head kick, kind of backing Barbie up. Barbie, her work ethic kind of went down here. Her volume went down. Supergirl, she started going to the body with her right hands, which were opening up head kicks for her. Barbie was still landing her own right hand, though. She was still in it, though. She was still landing some sharp shots. But Supergirl really looked out over here. I'd say that this was probably her best round as far as adjustments and landing. But I still think that Barbie did enough to win the round, landing the cleaner, effective shots. But if you gave the third round to Supergirl, I wouldn't argue that. So by the end, you could say 3-0 for Barbie, or you could say 2-1 for Barbie. 2 rounds to 1 for Barbie. So yeah, I saw it as a robbery. I definitely saw it as a robbery because I thought it was just a high work rate from Barbie in this fight. She just couldn't miss. She just couldn't miss on Supergirl, and Supergirl was taking a lot of damage in there. Even when they were reading the scores from the judges, just the way she kept blinking her eyes and just the way she looked like she was out of it. So like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if she'd be concussed from that. But yeah, this is probably going to lead up to a rematch. Like I said, I felt like they should have just gave it to the rightful winner, Barbie, and they could move on from here. But they're probably setting this up for a business move to get in another fight, right? Let me know in the comment section, guys, what y'all thought. But like I said, for Supergirl, though, man, this is a rough business. This is a rough business. She got to work on her defense, and she got to work on being slick in there. I know this is Muay Thai, but, you got to get in there and get your shots and get off. You can't just go in there trying to land a big knockout punch or show that you're tough, because she was showing like some signs, like she was hurt just the way she was blinking. And I hate to see somebody that's, this young, still in her teens, taking this type of punishment from a 30-year-old woman. You know what I mean? Like, hey, there's still a difference in strength here. She's a full-grown woman that, in her 30s, taking on a teenager here. And she's, holding her own against, this 30-year-old, but she's taking big shots, and just the signs that she was showing, the way she was blinking, and, kind of like I said, Winston holding her ear. She might be suffering some damage early on, so she got to tighten up, though. She really got to tighten up. But, guys, let me know in the comment section what y'all think. Who do you think won this fight, Supergirl or Barbie? Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.